Conservative House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan blasting Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg for trying to block any oversight of his witch hunt against President Trump. Jordan tweeting, first they indict a president for no crime, then they sue to block congressional oversight when we ask questions about the federal funds they say they used to do it. Just the Democrats doing what they always do, my friends, abusing their offices to preserve their power and then dodging accountability. But many in the GOP are willing to let them do it, but not our next guest. Let's bring in conservative Florida Congressman Greg Steube, who sits on the House Ways and Means Committee. Congressman, it's good to see you. You know, in Tennessee, Congressman, all it took for Republicans there to do to cave to reinstall Democrat insurrectionists was for left-wingers to call those Republicans racists. But Jim Jordan is a conservative. I have a sneaking suspicion, and maybe you can back me up, that he's not going to let Alvin Bragg intimidate him into not holding Bragg accountable. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of us in Washington, especially conservative Republicans, are used to this type of treatment from the progressive left, getting yelled at in restaurants and asked to leave and bullied and all of that. Well, I certainly won't back down. I ran and got elected to fight for my country and to fight for conservative values. And I'm sure Jim Jordan is the same. And we're not going to back down from this. And we have jurisdiction over this. There's a federal interplay here, not to mention that the number one issue here is you have Alvin Bragg that is interfering with the election of the 2024 presidential race. So overlaying the legal issues here is that. And I think absolutely the House Judiciary Committee and the Weaponization Committee, which I sit on, has authority and jurisdiction to oversee what's going on.
See, folks, and that's the difference between a Republican and a conservative, just everything that was laid out there. You know, back in August, Joe Biden said he was shocked, I tell you, to learn of the FBI's raid on Mar-a-Lago. Congressman, watch.
What did you have of the FBI's plan to search Mar-a-Lago?
I didn't have any advance notice. None. Zero. Not one single bit.
All right, Congressman, turns out that was a lie. The White House was in on this all along, according to documents obtained by America First Legal. The White House not only knew about the raid, they helped coordinate the raid. Many legal experts tell this program, not only is that unethical, it's impeachable. Will your political party, the Republicans, punish Biden for using his office to take out his political opponents?
Well, we absolutely should, and that is something that we absolutely should do, along with all of his other administration officials like Mayorkas and all these individuals who have completely violated the Constitution and had an open border at the southern border. But you're absolutely right. These are the type of things that we should impeach President Biden for and bring impeachment proceedings before the committee. There are so many things that we have to look at and to do, but this should be one of them that we should be focused on. Obviously, understanding that whatever we do on the House side is going to have to get 60 votes on the Senate side, which is going to be difficult to do. But I think given what's going on and the level of corruption in this White House, the complete lying to the American people on everything from not knowing Hunter Biden's business dealings to not having anything to do with Mar-a-Lago. And now we find out that the White House and the president had absolutely a lot of involvement in that is impeachable conduct.
Well, yeah, there's impeachment and then there's conviction for impeachment. But impeachment, you can impeach without getting a conviction. It's possible. Congressman, last thing, before we run out of time, I wanted to ask you about your bill to protect women's sports. It's going on the floor tomorrow. Give us the rundown. Just give me your gut. Will Democrats side with women by signing on to your bill, or are they going to maintain their mantra that the best woman for the job is a man?
Well, the majority of Democrats will obviously not vote for this bill because they support the progressive woke agenda of completely erasing gender and not doing the things that allow for women's sports. Congress enacted that 50 years ago to allow for women to have their own playing field to be able to compete with one another. And they've done everything that they could do, the Democrats have, to try to erase those boundaries. So I actually think you'll see some Democrats, the more moderate Democrats, vote for it. Hopefully it'll be bipartisan. But I'm certainly not holding my breath to see Democrats to vote for this bill.
No, I'm with you, Congressman, and I would just say they're not trying to erase gender. They're trying to erase women. The so-called party of women is trying to erase women. Sir, I appreciate your time and your conservatism. Thanks for being here. Still ahead,